Mic check. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me sit up. It's a little too low. I was too relaxed, so let me sit up and get right. What's good, everybody? Glad to have y'all back on another week 17 Q&A session with questions with Coach. And all this is leading up to 7:15 lunch break hot take with Jose and B coming up on their channel. Again, amazing. Well, before we get into all that, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. And I want to say thank you to everybody that made 2023 on this channel an amazing experience. Fun, challenging, rewarding, and motivating all at the same time. So thank you to everybody who followed, donated, typed something in the chat box, left a comment, shared, talked about me to somebody else to make them do, to share it, saw me at the event, spoke, got pictures, came to the meet and greet. Anything that you had to do to help the growth of this channel, I want to say thank you. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart for that. So get that out the way to start off 2024. And videos have been coming out, fairly frequently since, obviously I'm off for the time being. But let's kind of get into, the Q&A. And again, the link there, you post your questions on over there, and I'll get to them in just a second. And let me see if we have any already. Yeah, we got a couple over there already. Post your questions over there, and I'll get to them in just a second. But big news, and it shouldn't be too big of a news because we already knew this. Lamar not playing. I'm cool with it. About 2 weeks ago, I kind of flipped my thoughts on okay with having the bye week. I saw a tweet today that really reaffirmed me being cool with having the bye week. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong if I get this number wrong, there are only 9 players on the team, and it may not even be 9 players on the team, that was on that 2009 team. So different team, different circumstances, different mentality. I think we'll make the most out of not playing everybody this week versus the Steelers again, then having the bye week, and then coming out with laser focus that second round of the playoffs, but our first playoff game, whoever that may be. So that's why I think we're at, with the 2019 comparison versus the 2023 comparison with the bye week but with the week 18 clinched, then the bye week, then the playoff game. So I think we can handle it. I'm excited about handling it. Again, like somebody said a while ago, 2 games and we're at the big dance. 2 games and win the big dance. So let's kind of get to the questions. I got 3 over here, 2 or 3 over here so far. I got 2 questions and a comment. 2 questions and a comment, and then we'll go from there. But again, if you want to drop a question over there, hit where it says post questions here, hit that. Then the questions will pop up on my little side screen, and I'll go ahead and answer them. All right, first one. Oh, I pretty much answered it already. It's from Matt D. It says, the question everyone asking, should Lamar play on Saturday? I don't think so. And I'll go into it a little bit further on that. TJ Watt. That's the reason why Lamar shouldn't play. JJ is little brother. That name alone is the reason why Lamar shouldn't play. No sense of turning that man loose on Lamar. No sense. No sense whatsoever. He can single-handedly wreck a game by himself. He's one of the few. There are about 3 defensive linemen that I can name, maybe 4, that can single-handedly wreck a game plan by themselves. T.J. Watt's one of them. Myles Garrett is another. More recently, Max Crosby. Max Crosby can wreck a game plan. And also, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is kind of, I ain't going to say falling off a cliff, but he ain't wreaked as much havoc as he has in the past. But those four guys in it, and Quentin Williams and Chris Jones is probably in that mold too. But those 3 to 5 guys, and there's probably some more out there, I just can't think of all of them off the top of my head, can wreak havoc single-handedly by themselves. And those 5 guys, you can take a defense and build around them, and you don't have to have amazing players at each level behind them, because you know you're gonna get pressure because can't nobody block Myles Garrett. So you don't have to have the greatest of linebackers, and you can play a certain style of coverage. Like I'll go ahead and tell you, like the Browns, because the Browns have 3 okay to really good corners, man corners, and they know nobody on this earth can block Myles Garrett. They damn near play the same defense all the time. Now they don't. They mix it up. They're professionals. They mix it up from time to time. But for the most part, they play cover 1. They either have a a short guy in the manhole and a guy deep, or they'll play it with just the deep guy and let the other guy be like a run fitter. For the most part, that's what they're doing. 50 to 75% of the time, that's what they're doing. And they daring you to beat those corners before Myles Garrett can beat your tackle. That's what they at. Let's see. Next one is from Bazel. How should we approach this game? With the players that are going to play, like Snoop will be his first thought. Snoop gonna try to go win it. So with the guys that are playing, try to win the game. Don't go out there and go through the motions. For the guys that are actually going to play, for the young guys that are going to get a chance to play, this is your opportunity to, hey, I maybe can contribute on 3 to 5 plays in the playoffs. Let's see what I got in a real game situation. Go out there and try to win the darn game. And I understand that. I'm assuming the Steelers are probably going to play their guys. I guess they got to win to try to get in. I don't know the Steelers situation, but let me see if I can look it up real quick. But I'm assuming the Steelers got to win to get in, and they probably going to play their guys. Standings, conference. So the Steelers need help, and I don't think the Steelers can get in, honestly. Because from the looks of it, the Steelers need Pittsburgh. The Steelers need Houston and the coach to lose, and they play both of them. So I don't look like the Steelers getting in. So I'm not sure what this K stand for. What my K? What clinched, knocked out of the division title contention. But that don't mean they out of playoff contention. So I don't know what the scenario is, but Pittsburgh not out of it. But I think they need a little miracle. So play to win the game. That's all I can say, as far as how we should approach that game. Play to win. Whatever guys they put out there, go win it. T. Sizzle, salute. How you doing? Jed Green dropped the question over. It says, do you think it makes sense to draft Dalvin Cook if we can get him? Oh, to pick up Dalvin Cook? Yeah, I'm all for it. Get Dalvin Cook, put him on the practice squad. I'm all for it. That way you got a guy. You got Justice Hill, Gus Edwards, Melvin Gordon, and Dalvin Cook. I'm cool with that. I roll with it. And a lot of people looked at Dalvin Cook's yardages, well, not yardages, his yardage for the year, and be like, nah, I'm cool on that. Bruh, the only reason Dalvin Cook ain't over there balling is because of Breece Hall. Breece Hall is younger, more explosive, and a very, very, very good running back. And they know Breece Hall's future is with the Jets. That's why they letting him play over Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was like, just in case of an emergency, break glass. That's what he was. And so since he ain't have to go out there and do all that, he ain't need to. But I'm cool with he can come over here and be the same thing. If something happened to somebody, put him in there. And I wouldn't blink an eye if he had to play. I wouldn't blink an eye if he had to play. Because if I'm not mistaken, Dalvin Cook had a nice year last year. Dalvin Cook had 1,000 yards. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let's see, 20. That's 2023. So 2022. Last year, Dalvin Cook, 1,173 yards, 4.4 yards per carry, uh, receiving 39 catches for 295 yards. I don't think that man fell off a cliff. He just happened to be behind one of them young whippersnappers that you got to play. So I don't think he fell off a cliff at all. I think he just happened to be in a situation where, look, we got this young guy. He's our future. You're here just in case, like, as a insurance. And then when Aaron went down, and Brees got healthier as the season went along, you didn't have to use him. So, yeah, I'm cool. If we get Dalvin Cook, I'm cool with it. I'm great. I ain't the one saying, nah, I'm good. We like our guys. That ain't me in this situation. Nah. This ain't a we like our guys situation. Keep in mind, look who you got on the bench. The kid from, I think he's from Maryland. He's number 34 or something. Him over Dalvin Cook, bro. That's like me versus Steph in a 3-point shooting contest. No chance. Give me Dalvin Cook all day over. I can't even think of that kid's name. It is what it is. Next, we got Ravenville 15. He says, do you think our O-line will hold up in the playoffs? If you had asked me this about a month ago, I probably would have said no. When they first started subbing the tackles, I was not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. I'm sorry, not a fan. Not a fan of it. But looking at how it gave breaks to Ronnie and Moses and allowed them to not allowed them to not put as much wear and tear on their bodies, I think we will. Even if we do go against those special defensive end types, I think our O-line will hold up in the playoffs. I don't want to see 77 in there. But he played a lot, but not a lot. He played a good bit Sunday, and there wasn't a lot of me just calling his name. My jokes about John Simpson have really declined. He's gotten better. Since they've been rotating, you haven't seen as much bad Ronnie Stanley as you had saw in the past. Linderbaum is rock solid. When Zeitler couldn't play last week, Big Country stepped in, Squirrel Man stepped in, played pretty darn good. So you're looking at the 5 starters plus Falele, Squirrel Man, which has been Cleveland, and Makari. Those are 3 not bad backups. And so I think Cleveland could play either guard spot. So I think, if something happens either way, he'll go there. And with tackles, you got Jake Funk was the running back I was thinking about. Thank you, Makai. And with the tackles, you got your tackles. They've been rotating for the past month. So if one go down, you just put the other one in there. That's how I feel. I think the O-line will hold up. I do. Let's see. Next from Blackula88, roundup happening to watch our Ravens in the Super Bowl. Roundup happening to watch our Ravens. I don't understand the question, Blackula. Put it in the regular chat box, Blackula. I don't understand your question. It seems like more of a statement to me. But we'll go to MDT Sports till Blackula drop his question for me again. Coach, you think it's going to be different, Coach? I don't want to go back to 2019. Painful watch.
It's a new year. Thanks for the old.
Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate it. Matt dropped 24. He says a new year. Thanks for the. I think it says thanks for the old. I think that's what he said. Let me see. Yeah, thanks for the old. But what was my question? Paying for the watch and Parade 2023 different. Oh yeah, it's just a statement. That's not a question. Just a statement from MDT Sports. But yeah, I think it's a whole different crop of players. The coaching mindset is different. I think all that is different. So I think I'm cool with the rest and the bye week, and we'll see. I mean, right now we just in a we'll see mode because we obviously got the number one seed. Obviously, some guys ain't gonna play Saturday. So with that being said, well, no, that don't matter because we don't play the first week. Then obviously the bye week after that. So you got like um, shit, Queen shoulder. May have a time to rest up. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but in John Harbaugh's speech, Roquan kind of you know how you grab somebody's shoulders and kind of massage them while they talking. Queen was kind of and looked at Roquan kind of funny. So that get that time to heal. Um, Ronnie's ankle slash foot, whatever's the issue, time to heal. Moses' shoulders, time to heal. Any little nicks that Lamar may have that we don't know about, time to heal. Um, Kyle Hamilton, time to heal. Marlowe, time to heal. And again, a lot of these guys probably, because you can only inactivate 6. So some of these guys won't be inactive, but some of them just won't play. So it'll be like a opt-out game for us. And we'll see who out there, and we'll root for whoever's out there, and whoever's out there, put your best foot forward, and hopefully go win the game. Um, let me see if Blackula redid that. I don't see it. I don't see it. I was trying to. Oh, will you be doing a roundup live watch for the Super Bowl? I will. I will if we make it. Now, I'll invite it. I don't know. I will probably more than likely. I will, but we got to make it first. We got to make it. Kiwi Woods, after we win the Super Bowl, why wouldn't you trade away Mark Andrews? Now I talked about. Well, I had thoughts about this earlier in the week, or was it last week? I honestly think you can get more, and I want both. So this is not me saying go trade one or the other, but I think you can get more if you trade Likely. You can get more back. Now I don't want to trade Likely. I'm not saying that, so don't put those words in my mouth. I want both. And if we have to trade one of them, Mark would be the guy because Likely's younger and I think more explosive. But I think you can get more back if you trade it Likely because of potential. We know everybody in the field loves potential. Loves potential. Just like we scammed somebody with a punter a couple years ago. We signed a punter right like the last preseason game, and he went out there and boomed like 3 or 4 punts, and we ended up getting like a 5th round pick out of him off potential. Potential. Everybody loves potential in the NFL. All right, next one. Rave Kingdom says, "Do we sign running back Cook?" Yes, I already answered that one. I would think so. I hope so. Yes. Jared Green says, "What position in the Steelers game do we need to keep an eye on since backups are in? Is it left tackle or defensive end, etc.? I'm watching T. Robinson. I wasn't a fan. I thought we should have drafted Isaiah Land from FAMU." I'd agree. But I will say T. Robinson has came a long ways, and I can't say how Vedvedic. Yes, Doug. Vedvedic. Yeah, him. I can't say how impressed I am with what Dr. Rush has done with all of the D linemen, not just the outside linebackers, with all of the D linemen. Matter BK, Travis Jones, um, Robinson, Van Noy, Clowney. I can't like I didn't know who Chuck was before he got here. I honestly didn't. Like when they were saying Dr. Rush when we first got him, and everybody was big on him, I'm like, who's this guy? Like, I don't know who this is. Jeff Daddy. But I know now, and I'm highly impressed with what he's done for all of our pass rushers. And I don't know if y'all catch it, like when they do the sideline type stuff for Wired and other different things. When they come back from the sideline from getting sacks, a lot of them go straight to Chuck and like thank him for the work he put in with them and whatnot. So, whoever they put out there, Brent Urban, Robinson, whoever has to play, they need to go ball out. They need to go ball out. I don't care what position. If you number 53 on the roster, go out there and ball out. But yeah, I would have liked Land over Robinson, but I don't even think Land has played that much because the Cowboys cut him and he ended up with the Colts, and I saw a lot of inactives when he was with the Colts, so I don't know how much he's even played. Rave Kingdom say, I saw Ben getting starter reps in practice. Could this be a chance for Cleveland to show his worth? He just showed his worth in the last game, Rave Kingdom. He played the whole last game. And there's a video out there. I did a video on him the other day. He played the whole last game. Edwin says, what is the best way to keep the guys game ready leading up to the divisional round? Man, Edwin, that's a tough question, man. That's the question. I know that's the question John's going through. I know I saw somebody did a video on how the 49ers are trying to handle it. I didn't watch the video. I just know the title and I read the description. That's a tough question. Like, because the lack of practice in the NFL is already short. They do more meetings than they do actual physical practice. At this time of the year, you definitely don't want nobody tackling because you got nicks and whatnot, and you can't afford to get anybody hurt in practice. So you really just walking through. All your practice at this point is walking through. I'll give you a quick story. Like, in my hometown, when we made the playoffs and we went to like the third round, those last 3 weeks of practice, well, we walked through on Monday anyway. Tuesday, glorified walkthrough. All we wore were helmets and shoulder pads. Wednesday, glorified walkthrough, just helmets. Thursday, which I know is your pregame prep, just shorts. So once we got to the postseason, we wasn't finna tackle nothing in practice. Nothing. We needed everybody healthy for the game. Now, if you got hurt in the game, it is what it is. But in practice, no. I mean, you guys got to stay locked in your meetings. You got to try to put scenarios out there in practice to kind of keep them mentally sharp. But really, the thing is just getting healthy and trying to be at your best health. What's this? This is January the 3rd. So Sunday is what? Saturday is what? Sunday and Saturday is the 6th and 7th. So we don't play a game on the 13th and 14th. So you're just trying to get everybody healthy as possible for the 20th or the 21st, whichever day you play. And it's like there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just got to hope that your way is right this year and it works out for you. It works that way. Works out that way for you. Next question is from Malik. We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes before lunch break hot take at 7:15. Coach, who would you project as tight end 1 for next season? Malik, without watching any tape, I gotta say 19 for Georgia, and that's not having watched any tape on any other tight ends, in the year. But I would have to say 19 for Georgia. Dude's the real deal. I don't even know how big he is. I don't know how fast he is. I just know watching him in a little bit. I watched him last year and this year. That dude's the real deal. So or for us. Malik might be for us. I'm going to say Mark. I'm going to go back to Mark. And if you're talking about for the Ravens, Malik, I'm going to say Mark, but likely right on his heels. Like, if we have both of them next year, we have to find a way to incorporate both of them in the game plan. We can't have Mark here doing what he do and then likely doing nothing. And then wait until Mark get hurt for likely to come out of his shell. No, both of them got to do their thing while they're healthy. Both of them. Hit that like button so I can give y'all some points real quick. We already at the 33 likes, so let me go ahead and give y'all the 25 points before we get to the end of our stream. And we're not at the end of our stream yet, so don't leave. I got 3 more questions over there. Just trying to make sure I get everybody their points. New year, restarting on the points. All right. Let's see if we can finish these questions out. Which wide receivers play the Steelers? I'm assuming Tylen Wallace, Nelson Aguilar, and maybe what's the guy from Ole Miss? Treadwell. I'm assuming those 3. Frito says, just joining. Do you think Monken's coaching style will have us ready after the 2-week layoff? I do. I really do. I think I think the staff in general, will let the guys get rest, but also have them mentally sharp with different scenarios and whatnot in practice to have them ready for the playoffs, especially depending on who we play. Because we could possibly be playing somebody for the 3rd time, possibly. Would you trade Koloff for a pick in a heartbeat? From Brandon. Agent E says, Coach, what concerns you the most in the playoffs? The Ravens offense or the Ravens defense? This may shock you, Agent E. I'm going to say the Ravens defense. Because our defense has stood strong all year long. All year long. They've stood strong. Never folded, with the exception of maybe for a half. For them to stand strong for the entire season would be a miracle, and I hope they do. But that's what would concern me the most, because the offense hadn't hit on all cylinders yet. The offense still got room to grow. So I would say the defense. Because the offense still got room to grow. The offense is unpredictable as you know what, because we don't have an identity. We are not a running team. We are not a passing team. We are not a stretch team. We are not a counter team. We're not a quick passing team. We're not a deep passing team. We're not a screen team. You don't know what the heck we are on offense. So we still got room to grow on offense, and you just don't know what you're going to get. And then if you cover all those different things I just mentioned, you still got to deal with 8. Which is tough to do. Players, they'll do stuff with the strength conditioning people, Edwin. They'll do stuff with the strength conditioning guys to keep them in shape. So, hey, it's another session of Q&A. I appreciate you guys for dropping your questions over there. You hit that post questions here for Q&A, and that's where all the questions coming from. So if you was wondering where I was getting these questions from, there's a pinned comment. You go over there and you drop the question over there, and that's where the questions have been coming from. And so with that being said, I'm going to answer Big Ridge's question, and then we're going to roll over to Lunch Break Hot Take at 7:15. And so when you go to Lunch Break Hot Take, and you don't have to press nothing. You have to press a button on your phone or your computer or your laptop or wherever you at. When I end the stream, it'll take you straight to theirs. But when you get in their stream, make sure you go over there and say, Coach sent you. All right? Or Darius is coming back. So when you get over there, make sure you say, Coach sent you. And the last question from Big Ridge, it says, with a lot of backups playing against the Steelers, are there any players you'd like to see step up, maybe earn a bigger role? For him, it's Trenton Simpson. I want to see what Pepe and Ardarius do if they play. And so those two are my 2 guys, Big Ridge. Appreciate y'all. I see y'all over on Lunch Break Hot Take. Peace and love. And I can't wait to get the 10K too in the room. Make sure y'all hit that like button before y'all get out of here.